morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here for ntmarkets.com with your Monday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so as I mentioned in the evening recap last night, and if you hadn't had a chance to check that out, it's up on the website, Princetontrader.com. Big gap, Larry Summers, Syria, a lot of unknowns are becoming known in this market. And, the basic rule that I'm going forward with is until this market can trade below 92, can trade back into this gap, you have to assume it's a gap and go type of a situation, and we're going to go up and test new highs. Is there a double top on the continuation chart right now? Yes. Okay. But, we haven't even had an RTH session after this gap, so we're really going to have to see what it can do. If you want to, for the people that shorted it last night, if you want to scalp short it, you can. Just understand that until we get back into the gap, you have to assume that we're going to do new highs. Now, let me back out the chart. There's been a lot of why are we going higher? Why is this happening? Well, it's happening because we're in an uptrend. 1340 quarter, 1685, 38% retracement, new highs, a sloppy move to the 23% retracement, and now we're back up to test highs. And there's, so could this be a double top? Absolutely, it could be. Okay? I'm just cautioning you against getting really heavy anticipatory swing short of that move, because being anticipatory swing short has got you nothing but crushed in this market. Nothing but crushed. So make the market prove to you that it wants to roll over. Okay? And last night I pointed out back at the first of the year, right here, this gap. And it should have traded back inside the gap in this situation below 1438, and it never did. So if you see this, if you see it not get back in the gap in the next few days, especially after the Fed meeting on Wednesday, then your assumption has to be that we continue to go. And you can get long in that situation. And where's your stop? At the gap. So a couple things to keep in mind. That's basically what I'm looking at. Not much has changed from my evening recap last night. I would absolutely recommend that you check that out. With respect to the pivots, we're only 40 handles over the 45-day pivot. And that's not really that's not stretched. It's not overbought. It's not stretched. So there's still some room left in this move, and you have to be concerned right now, if you're a bear, that we go ahead and start to ride the upper Bollinger Band. And the third standard deviation band is sitting way up at 1720, so that's not really an issue, at least immediately. Okay, everybody have a fantastic day. Sign up for the webinar. We got a webinar Wednesday after the close. So Fed Day after the close, we've got a webinar on swing trading. I think that's a pretty important day to talk about swing trading. So I hope everybody will sign up, come to the webinar, and we'll be discussing some setups and the way we do things and the way that we see things setting up for the rest of 2013. Follow us on Twitter at Princeton Trader. Check out the website, Princetontrader.com. Come sign up for the chat room. Got a bunch of trials in there right now, getting some great feedback, and we would love to have you. Have an amazing day. I'll be back tonight with an evening recap and tomorrow morning with another market webcast. Trade them well.